जहां बनते हैं देश के गौरव, इंडिया का एकमात्र ऐसा कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट जहां कैडेट्स को ट्रेन किया जाता है आने वाले डिफेंस एग्जाम के अनुसार। अगर आपका भी सपना है भारतीय सेना में शामिल होकर देश की सेवा करने का, तो आज ही ज्वाइन करें त्रिशूल डिफेंस एकेडमी।
Jai Hind Defense aspirants, a very warm welcome on the YouTube channel of Trishul Defense Academy. I hope you are doing well, and with less than 1 week left for Afcat 1 2022 examinations, I hope आप regularly practice papers, previous year papers, timer के साथ कर रहे होंगे ताकि अपने chances एग्जाम में 200 प्लस लाने के बढ़ाए जा सके। So without wasting much time today, we will be covering important questions that are being asked in the examinations. So I'll be coming up with 2 videos of this. This is the part 1 of the important questions that have the chances of being asked. So let's begin. So the first question is, Dakma Port is situated in which country? Now Dakma Port, it is a strategic port of India, and this country Oman, it is situated in Oman. So Oman has given its Dakma Port to as a strategic base for India. So it is also a part of the necklace of diamond strategy and situated in the Gulf, that is Arabian Sea. So Dakma Port, it will also be used as a special economic zone for Indian manufacturers to manufacture and sell. And also Dakma Port, because Oman and India, it is important because Oman and India, they have always shared close ties, and that is why it is a strategic and important port, and also a very diplomatic win of India, it can be said. The next question is, which country imposed anti-dumping duty? First, on China recently. So first of all, what is anti-dumping duty? So anti-dumping duty, it is kind of tax or fine that is imposed on products that are coming from and imported from another country after investigating under GATT, that is General Agreement of Tariff and Trade by WTO, that is World Trade Organization. So this is done in order to protect your local manufacturers from facing tough competition with the cheaper goods that are being dumped by another country. So China has always this policy that it pays its manufacturer, and that is why it gives subsidies. So the goods, they are being sold at a very cheaper price in other country, and after they have gained market, they gradually increase the price. This is a strategy of market capturing. But realizing this, and in order to safeguard Indian manufacturers, Indian government has imposed anti-dumping duty on China on certain goods, including hydrogen thiosulfides, dyes, etc. Now the next question is, how many World Heritage Sites are there in India? So World Heritage Sites, these are the sites of cultural and natural importance that are designated by UNESCO in order to that are important markers of preserved history and culture of the region. So how many heritage sites are there in India? There are 40. The recent 2 additions were Dhola, that is an archaeological site, Harappan site it is, and Ramappa temple. And so total 40 World Heritage Sites are there in India. Out of that, 32 is cultural, 7 is natural, and 1 shared. The shared one is Kanchenjunga. Now moving forward, the point where Brahmaputra enters India is. So Brahmaputra river system is an important river system that drains the northeastern India, and it, after entering India through the northeastern part, it travels all through this and then enters Bangladesh, where it joins with Ganga, and then they forms delta and go into Bay of Bengal. So Brahmaputra, where it originates in Tibet, so near Mansarovar. So, and it is known as Sangpo there. So the point where it enters India, it is the Mount Peak Namcha Barua in Arunachal Pradesh. So Namcha Barua, it is in Arunachal Pradesh, part of the Purvanchal Himalayas, and where Brahmaputra enters India. The next question is, first Afro-Asian Games were held in. Now the Afro-Asian Games, they were started in 2003, and the first edition was held in Hyderabad, India. The second one was scheduled to be held in 2007 in Algiers, Algeria, but they were cancelled, and after that they didn't happen. So the maiden Afro-Asian Games that were held were in Hyderabad, India in 2003. Now the next question is, who's the author of the book Amnesty? Now books and authors sessions is one of the favorite sections of Afcat, so we'll be discussing. So Amnesty, it is a book written by a Booker Prize winner author Arvind Adiga. He is an Indian author who won the Man Booker Prize for The White Tiger, and he has also written the book Amnesty. The next is Nalanda University. It was an important center of learning in the ancient India with lots of resources, and it was burnt by the Bakhtiyar Khilji when he invaded Bihar. So it was built by whom? So it was built by Gupta ruler Kumargupta. So Nalanda University, it was built by Kumargupta, and so now we'll talk more about the other rulers as well. Samudragupta, he is also known as Napoleon of India. It was asked in previous years in Afcat. Chandragupta II, he took the title of Vikramaditya. It has also been asked. And Ashoka, these three are the Gupta rulers, while Ashoka, he is a Mauryan ruler, and his important contribution is he is also known for Kalinga War, Buddhist councils, as well as the propagation and the contribution he gave to Buddhism. The next question is, who's the author of book Fearless Governance? So this book, it is written by Kiran Bedi. She is the first woman IPS officer of the country, and she has also served as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. So this book is written by her, and the book is Fearless Governance. With which sports Swapna Barman is associated? So Swapna Barman, she is an athlete, heptathlon athlete, and she won a gold medal in 2018 Jakarta Asian Games. So she is associated with athletics. Now Tasnim Mir is associated with which sports? So Tasnim Mir, she is an Indian badminton player, and recently she was the world number 1 in junior rankings. So she was in news, and that is why we are covering her, because Cat asks a lot of questions about sports as well. So Tasnim Mir, she is associated with badminton. Now, which event is being introduced in the 2022 Commonwealth Games? Now, Commonwealth Games in 2022, they are being held in Birmingham, London, and the event that is being introduced is Women T20 Cricket. Skateboarding was introduced in Tokyo Olympics this year, as well as rock climbing, and women cricket is introduced in 2022 Commonwealth Games. So Commonwealth Games, they were known as British Empire Games. When did they begin? 1930 Canada, in Hamilton City. The first games were held, and now they are being held in 2022 in Birmingham, London. The next question is, which city is hosting Asian Games 2022? So Asian Games 2022 ग्वांगझू में तो 2010 में हुआ था, जिस साल इंडिया ने कॉमनवेल्थ गेम होस्ट किया था. इंचियन 2014, जकार्ता 2018. So the answer is Hangzhou. Hangzhou is a Chinese city, and their Asian Games 2022 are being held in Hangzhou. Now this is the third time China is hosting Asian Games. So one more question is there. Which city has hosted the Asian Games maximum number of times? So the answer will be Bangkok. It is associated in Thailand. So Bangkok has hosted Asian Games 3 times. Now China is the country that has associated Asian Games 3 times now. So now again, which sport is no more part of Commonwealth Games? Commonwealth Games में से बहुत सारे sports lay off किए गए थे. So the sport which will be no more part, जिसमें से इंडिया को बहुत medals आते हैं, it is shooting. Shooting always have high hopes of medals from India, but this is not introduced in Commonwealth Games now. So shooting, it will be no more a part of Commonwealth Games. Now, which state is hosting National Games 2022? So National Games ये annual event होते हैं इंडिया में, जिसमें athletes from all the states they participate, and this year's National Games they are being held in Meghalaya. 2021 के National Games were held in Uttarakhand, and the 2022 they are being held in Meghalaya. Now guys, also find about the medal tally toppers of these games. So now the next question is Calaeb Dressel. He won the maximum number of gold medals in Tokyo 2020. So how many medals did he win? 5. So he's associated with which sports? So Calaeb Dressel, he's a USA swimmer. So he's associated with swimming, and he won the 5 gold medals and was the maximum number of gold medal winning athlete. So now if we talk about overall Olympics, सबसे ज़्यादा gold medal किसने जीते हैं? So it will be Michael Phelps. 23 gold medals जीते हैं उन्होंने for swimming, and he is also from USA. Now we'll talk a little more about flag bearers of India in Tokyo 2020. So Olympics में opening ceremony में the flag bearers were Mary Kom. She is an MC Mary Kom, also known as Magnificent Mary. She is an Indian boxer, and she is also a bronze medalist of 2012 London Olympics. And the second flag bearer was Manpreet Singh. He is the captain of hockey team, and also his team won the bronze medal after 41 years in Tokyo 2020. Now the closing ceremony, the flag bearer was Bajrang Punia. Bajrang Punia, he is a wrestler, and he has also won the bronze medal in Tokyo 2020. Now Olympics के mascots कौन से थे? It was Mirai Tova. We have covered this thing and many times. Once again I will tell you, Mirai Tova was the mascot of opening Olympics. Now Paralympics. So Paralympics में opening ceremony में Tek Chand was the flag bearer, and he is a javelin thrower. And whereas for the closing ceremony में कौन था? Avni Lekhra. Now Avni Lekhra, she is Avni Lekhra, and she is the first Indian woman to win a gold medal in Paralympics. She won the gold in shooting in Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. So she was the flag bearer of the closing ceremony, and the mascot of 2020 Paralympics was Somaiti. So in Tokyo Paralympics, India did its best, and the 5 golds were won. So Avni Lekhra, she won the gold for shooting. Pramod Bhagat in men's badminton singles. Sumit Antil in javelin throw. Manish Narwal for shooting, and Krishna Nagar for badminton singles. So these were the 5 golds that India won. Guys, please note it down. ऐसे भी questions आ सकते हैं कि ये कौन से sports से associated है. Now this is Somaiti, the mascot of 2020 Paralympics. So now we'll talk about which amendment is known as mini constitution. So इसमें बहुत सारे amendment हुए थे constitution में. This was when the term socialist and secular was added to the Indian constitution, and this is nothing but 42nd amendment 1976 में हुआ था during the national emergency put by the then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi. So the country was in the internal emergency was put and these amendments were made. So 42nd amendment में it is known as mini constitution, बहुत सारे amendments हुए थे and it is when the term socialist and secular were added to the preamble of the Indian Constitution. So we'll talk more about other amendments also. 86th amendment. 86th amendment वो amendment है जिसमें Article 21A जो कि right to free and compulsory education इसको एक fundamental right बना के add किया गया था. And 97th amendment 2012 में हुआ था local self governance और cottage industries के development के लिए. And जो 105th amendment था वो अभी recently हुआ है giving the states to notify their own OBC list. Now, which of these articles is a Gandhian DPSP? DPSP क्या होते हैं? We have covered DPSP. They are the directive principles of state policies. That these are the ideals that the state has to keep in mind while formulating laws and policies. So इसमें से Gandhian DPSP गांधी जी ने भी work किया था. This is Article 40. So Article 40 is a Gandhian DPSP. It talks about the setting up of local village panchayats. And that is why Gandhi ji also focused on local self-governance. So Article 40 is a Gandhian DPSP. Article 20 is one is a fundamental right to freedom and liberty. Article 32 is it is also known as heart and soul of the Constitution because it gives the right to constitutional amendment. And Article 15 it is the right against discrimination based on caste, sex and gender. So these three are fundamental rights whereas this is a DPSP. Now, which river originates from Brahmagiri Hills? So we have learned about this in the peninsular rivers. Brahmagiri Hills, they are also known as Baba Budan Hills. यहीं पे the first time coffee plantation were planted. और ब्रह्मगिरी हिल सिचुएटेड कहाँ है? वेस्टर्न घाट्स में. सो जो रिवर यहाँ से निकलती है वो है कावेरी फ्रॉम ताल कावेरी लेक्स. सो ताल कावेरी लेक से कावेरी ओरिजिनेट्स एंड इट ओरिजिनेट्स इन ब्रह्मगिरी हिल्स. नाउ द अदर रिवर्स कृष्णा इट ओरिजिनेट्स फ्रॉम महाबलेश्वर ऑल्सो इन वेस्टर्न घाट. नर्मदा ये कहाँ से निकलती है? माइकाल रेंजेस में अमरकंटक प्लेटू पे एंड ये वेस्ट फ्लोइंग रिवर है. ये जाके अरेबियन सी में मिलती है. whereas these other three they are east flowing rivers. So this one makes estuary while these make delta. As we know, east flowing rivers they make delta and the western they make estuaries. And महानदी ये छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू से निकल गई है और उड़ीसा में जाके अरेबियन बे ऑफ बंगाल में मिल जाती है. So the answer for this question will be Kaveri. That which river originates from Brahmagiri Hills? Kaveri from the lake Talkaveri. And Krishna it originates from Mahabaleshwar. Narmada originates from Amarkantak Plateau, whereas Mahanadi it originates from Chota Nagpur Plateau. Now, which barrage is situated at the confluence of Beas and Satluj? सो डैम्स एंड रिवर्स सेक्शन में हमने पढ़ा है डैम्स बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं फॉर कंजर्वेशन ऑफ वाटर, फॉर जुडिशियल यूजेस, फ्लड स्टॉप करने के लिए. सो जो राणा बियास एंड सतलज के कॉन्फ्लुएंस पे हरिके बैराज इज सिचुएटेड एंड यहाँ से ही इंदिरा गांधी कैनाल सिस्टम निकलता है जिसने पूरे ही वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया जो एरिड था उसमें एग्रीकल्चर में बहुत हेल्प किया है इस कैनाल सिस्टम ने. सो द आंसर इज हरिके बैराज. ये हिमाचल प्रदेश में है और यहाँ से इंदिरा गांधी कैनाल सिस्टम निकलता है. द अदर बैराजेस ये सारे कोटा बैराज एंड राणा प्रताप सागर ये चंबल पे है. एंड जो फरक्का बैराज है दिस विल बी फरक्का. ये कहाँ पे है? ये जहाँ से गंगा से हुगली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होती है. सो दिस इज फरक्का इन वेस्ट बंगाल. Now the next question is Renuka Ji Dam is situated on which river? Now Renuka Ji Dam it was recently inaugurated और ये dam it is a part of ambitious project. ये recently 4 mega multi-purpose projects were launched बाय मोदी जी और ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर इन हिमाचल प्रदेश। सो ये डैम की वजह से 7,000 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है और इसकी वजह से दिल्ली की इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड वाटर नीड्स को कवर किया जा सकता है। सो रेणुका जी डैम ये सिचुएटेड है गिरी रिवर पर। सो और बाकी जो अदर प्रोजेक्ट्स थे वो थे धौला सीध एंड सावरा कुद्दू, धौला सीध प्रोजेक्ट और सावरा कुद्दू। Now, so guys, that will be it. I hope you are regularly revising and please इस वीडियो को एटलीस्ट 2-3 बार देख लें, इनमें से क्वेश्चंस आने के बहुत सारे चांसेस हैं। I'll be coming up with one more video. Till then, keep practicing, keep working hard guys. अपने शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाते अभी भी बना के उनको प्रॉपरली रिवाइज करते रहिए ताकि कम टाइम में ज़्यादा रिटेन किया जा सके एंड इफेक्टिव जो आपकी प्रिपरेशन हो सके और हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मार्क्स स्कोर कर सकें। सो गाइज दैट विल बी फ्रॉम माई साइड। कीप लर्निंग, कीप वर्किंग हार्ड एंड ऑल्सो लाइक एंड शेयर दिस वीडियो and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Trishul Defense Academy. Till then, keep learning, keep working hard and all the best. See you all in uniforms soon.
जहां बनते हैं देश के गौरव, इंडिया का एकमात्र ऐसा कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट जहां कैडेट्स को ट्रेन किया जाता है आने वाले डिफेंस एग्जाम के अनुसार। अगर आपका भी सपना है भारतीय सेना में शामिल होकर देश की सेवा करने का, तो आज ही ज्वाइन करें त्रिशूल डिफेंस एकेडमी।